Hello students of class 12. Today we are going to revise the poem Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day by William Shakespeare, or Sonnet 18. Now the other two poems that we have already done, Asleep in the Valley and The Poetry of Earth, both are sonnets and both are Petrarchan sonnets. As far as both Petrarchan and Shakespearean sonnets are concerned, it's a 14-line poem. But the basic difference is that a Shakespearean sonnet, it is written as 3 quatrains, okay, ending in a couplet. That is, 3 quatrains means each quatrain consists of 4 lines, and then it ends with 2 lines. That is why it's called a couplet, from couple. So now sonnet 18 is a deviation, as we have already said it before, that is a deviation from the poems that he had from the sonnets he has written earlier till 17, where he talks of procreation in that way, that is lived through the children. And this sonnet is actually dedicated or written, he has written this, Shall I Compare Thee? Here thee refers to Shakespeare's young friend. Now there is a controversy as to who he was, okay, some WH. So let us not go into that. Now before we go on to the explanation once again, I'll just quickly read the poem. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day by William Shakespeare? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometimes declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou goest. So long as men can breathe, or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. So here, as I was already saying, that sonnet 18 is a deviation from the previous poems, because in previous poems he is encouraging his young friend to get married, to have children, so that he can live through his children. But in this particular poem he is talking of the beauty of his friend, and he starts the poem with the question, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Now what he is actually doing, he is making though it's beginning with a question, but he is not making actually questioning the readers. He is actually trying to make a statement over here, that I cannot compare my friend to a summer's day. Now why has summer, there are so many seasons, but why has he taken up summer means for comparison. It is because summer is considered as the most pleasant season, the best season in England, and people rejoice during summer because the weather is fine, everything is perfect in every sense. So that is the reason summer is the wholly desirable season of England. So that is the reason why he has taken up summer. But we see that though he says that shall I compare thee to a summer's day, in the very next line he says thou art. Now shall I compare thee? Thee is his young friend, okay, whom the poet loves. So the poet is all in admiration of the beauty of his this young man, and he says that I cannot compare you to a summer's day, because in the very next line he says thou art more lovely and temperate. Thou art more lovely, that is, yes, summer is the most pleasant season, it is beautiful, but you are much more handsome, beautiful, and much consistent than summer. Temperate here means gentle, sober. So when summer is the best season of England, then why is he telling this fact that thou art more lovely? So then he tries to justify his why he says that. He says that rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. Rough winds means violent winds, okay, and the winds, they the trees, which have the buds, which would from buds we know it blossoms into flower, but due to these violent winds, what happens is that it destroys the buds are ripped off from the plant itself, and they are destroyed completely. So before they can blossom into flower, the buds which had come in May, that is just before the summer season begins, they could not, means they are all destroyed by this winds. So this is one. Next, what does he say? Darling buds of May and summer's lease. Lease means here, means we associate the word lease means rent, okay, something that is given out in rent. So that is for a means renting something that is given out in rent means it has been given for a particular period of time. It is not for eternal in that way. So what he actually refers to the word lease over here is the span, is the time, means the period. And summer's lease hath is Old English, that is has, all too short a date. That is, the summer season, the span of summer season is very short. So that is the second drawback he points out. First is the rough winds, then this the that summer season is short-lived. What does he say next? Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his cold complexion dimmed. So he says that too hot the eye of heaven shines. Too hot. So eye of heaven here refers to the sun. So he's saying that summer is a very pleasant season, but it also happens that sometimes in summer the sun is so scorching that it is not very not only it's not very pleasant, it sometimes becomes unbearable. And sometimes what happens, and sometimes it's gold complexion, that is the rays of the sun, okay, the golden rays of the sun, they are dimmed. And how can sun rays be dimmed? Because they are hidden behind the clouds. And every fair from fair sometimes declines, that is every fair, that is every object that is beautiful, and from fair, that is beauty in general, declines, that is it diminishes by chance, that is sometimes by accident or nature's changing course untrimmed. It is the law of nature, that is the thing no longer remains beautiful, and with the passage of time it loses its beauty. Okay, so we stop here today. We'll do the rest 6 lines in the next class. Thank you, students.